All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men and scribes of great millstone. Salutations to the elect out there, wherever you may be in this captivity of ours. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this video I came across. But before I play the video, I'm going to start in Deuteronomy 28, verse 49 to give context. All right. Or should I start at 48? Let's start at 48. It says, therefore, now this is the curses. Deuteronomy, it mentions the blessings and the curses of the covenant that Israel made with the Lord, whose name is Yahweh. But I'm going to discuss the curses because as it is this day, we are under the curses of Deuteronomy. So I'm going to start at Deuteronomy. I'm going to start at verse 48. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. You see? And he has done that. He has destroyed our people. You see? All right, verse 49, it says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar. These so-called white people, these Edomites, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Because what? We didn't understand English at first, but these heathens, these Edomites, they beat it into us. You see, they put their yoke upon our neck. We had to learn the ways of the heathen. You see, their ways were forced upon us because our natural language was what? Hebrew. But we had to learn English because that's not our native language. All right, verse 50, it says, a nation of fierce countenance. As you're going to see in this video about this young girl. You see, it says, which shall not regard the persons of the old, neither show favor to the young. Which, like I said, you're going to see how these Edomites act towards this young girl who doesn't pose them a threat at all. You see, because they are a nation of what? Fierce countenance. All right, let's play this video. Let's see how fierce these Edomites are. All right, let's play it. Here we go.
I was scared, I was angry, and I was sad.
That is a little fifth grader with special needs speaking out tonight after a police body cam shows the way she was disciplined at school. When overall, the story and some of the video may be disturbing to watch. It's not easy. The little girl's dad, though, contacted the I-Team's Ginger Allen, and Ginger is here now to take the story from there. Ginger?
So, Doug, the family reached out to us because for 2 years, the I-Team and our CBS partners across the country have been investigating case after case after case of young children who do not appear to be posing a threat to anyone, arrested, handcuffed, and restrained at schools. Now this Conroe family is asking how what you are about to see could happen to their fifth grader, especially after a new law was just passed in Texas following all of our stories.
Cameras are rolling as police arrive at Cryer Intermediate School, a few hours south of Dallas. McKenna Lombardo is on the playground with administrators.
That's why I called you, because I didn't know where we were headed.
A police report states they've been called because the 10-year-old was, quote, physically aggressive and throwing markers, and she had pinned her associate principal's arm against a door frame.
Blocked me into the door, which, like, following charges, just so you know, you don't
Officers walk McKenna inside. They stop at the bathroom where the fifth grader refuses to come out. The situation escalates as McKenna starts to walk towards the door and then turns around.
All right, let me adjust the lighting so you can see. All right, here we go.
Let's go, Mom. Let's go. You'll come with me, or we will go to juvenile.
Okay, we will.
Then let's go. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
No.
Turn around, put your hands behind her back. Now you're resistant. Turn around, put your hands behind
I'm
your back.
trying to go get my shoes.
You're not going to get your shoes.
Why?
Now you'll listen. You'll put your hands behind your back.
I need to go get my shoes.
I will get your shoes. Put your hands behind your back.
In the minutes leading up to this, you repeatedly hear the administrators tell the officers McKenna's dad, Matt Lombardo, is on the way. Lombardo says the school knew his daughter had autism. Medical documents provided by him show she is diagnosed with several disorders.
Where's my daddy?
Eventually, you see Lombardo outside, a former police officer himself, begging them to release McKenna from the squad car.
If they'd like her to be released to me, please. Are you charging her right this second? If you're not charging right now, are you charging her? She is detained, sir. Okay, you need to release her. No, sir.
Next, you hear the Conroe ISD officer call the DA's office and discuss filing an assault on a public servant charge.
She assaulted a teacher, slammed her into a wall.
It's time we had a heart-to-heart about our future.
You heard what he said? He said he assaulted the little girl, assaulted a teacher and slammed her against the wall. The video doesn't show that. You see, that's why they are known as the nation of fierce countenance, which the scriptures say, because they lie. All right, let's skip this ad and then I'll let the video continue to play.
Lombardo eventually sees his daughter driven away in custody. He says he assumes she's assaulted an administrator until 1 week later when he watches all of the video.
My anger turned to rage.
The No Kids in Cuff law, which passed following our investigation, states a peace officer may not restrain a student enrolled in 5th grade or below unless the student poses a serious risk of harm to the student or another person. Lombardo says the body cameras prove McKenna was not posing an immediate threat to herself or anyone at the time she was handcuffed.
Of course not.
This is what's even more upsetting to him.
She assaulted you. She did assault me. No, she pinned me up against the door. Did she block the door and my arm happened to be there?
It's conversations you hear about.
She said she blocked her door, to block the door, and her arm happened to be there. You see what she said? No, she pinned me against the door. She blocked the door, and my arm happened to be there. You see? And that's that nation of fierce countenance. They don't regard the persons of the young, you see? These wicked Edomites. You know, they're trying to turn a simple situation that could have been easily rectified into something more. That's how wicked these so-called white people are. They're fierce.
It's conversations you hear about the incident back in the classroom before officers ever arrived.
That's up to you, though, with the arm. If you want to do something like that, that's totally your call.
I mean, if it'll help.
Lombardo believes the officers repeatedly coerced the teachers as they discuss whether charges should be filed against McKenna.
Did you think about that?
I feel silly doing that.
I've seen way less.
Oh.
I've seen way less. Well, she's handcuffed already, so she's going to jail now. She just gets charged with assault. Assault on a public servant.
Sorry, that was in the way.
Oh, yeah. It don't matter.
They were doing whatever they could in order to solicit a felony charge against a 10-year-old. It's sick. I mean, a special needs 10-year-old.
3 days after the arrest, a second staff member files another assault report stating during the bathroom incident, McKenna, quote, slammed her hands and body into the dispenser, injuring the woman's hand. She states, I yelped because it hurt.
I didn't hear her yelp. I didn't hear any injuries that would have been sustained that would be consistent with what was depicted in the police report, to include all the photographs.
We took the pictures, reports, and video to the advocacy group which brought the No Kids in Cuff bill to Austin last year, and to the senator who wrote it.
The school should have determined whether there was other alternatives other than putting a 5th grader, a 10-year-old in handcuffs. In this situation, she wasn't posing a danger to herself as pronounced at that point in time. And it appears as though, based on looking at the video, the justification was made up after the fact.
Sounds like assault of a person.
You do it? I mean, it will. It'll help.
What really perturbed me was a teacher was being pressured The pressure that we saw came from the officer. It goes counter to their values, and it was very disappointing to see.
Both the Minaret Foundation and Senator Royce West say the purpose of their law was to prevent the short and long-term impacts this discipline has on a child. McKenna's family allowed us to ask her.
I'm worried because I don't want it to happen to anybody else. Younger than me, older than me. I know I was being like bad and I wasn't listening to the teachers, but I didn't think I was going to get arrested.
All right, I'll end the lesson here. As you can see, that's what that nation does. That's what you Edomites do. You're a nation of fierce countenance, and the Lord sent you against us as punishment, but that punishment is not going to last forever. The Lord is going to send his son back, whose name is Yahushua, and save us from this hell, this captivity. All right, I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rikakwadash. All right, Shalom.